Sneak peek, sneak peek. Got it, got it.
All right, now you can just put it back in the middle. Perfect. You'd recognize if you saw it, right? Watch, we'll make sure it's lost. So you have the whole deck sandwiched in between your two favorite cards, right? Now watch. Good. Just with a throw, one card gets stuck in between your two cards.
Get the out. Get the I love these guys, dude.
Hey.
Appreciate it. What's crack-lacking, guys? Sharon here with Rise Magic, and today I'm going to be teaching you a magic trick. Now, as you saw in the intro, this is a really awesome trick that has an ending that's super visual that will leave your spectators awed and amazed, depending on if you do it right. But I'm going to teach it to you two ways. Now, one way is a little bit easier than the other, so I don't want to say the easy way and the hard way, but for this trick, in this tutorial, we're going to call it the easy way and the hard way. The easy way requires almost no sleight of hand, but sacrificing that, there's a part that isn't that clean, but it'll still work, trust me. And the hard way just requires a little bit of card control, but doing that little bit of card control gives you a lot more freedom in how you present the trick. But I performed it both ways before, and it works fantastic both ways. So let's get into the easy way to make this the most accessible it can be right now. All right, so first we're gonna go over the easy way. Now, all you need to know how to do for the easy way is a swing cut, surprisingly. All that is this. Your pointer and middle are on the top right, your thumb is on the bottom right, and you use your pointer to break off the top half, bring it to the bottom, and return the top half to the bottom, sorry. So it's like that, okay? If you don't know how to do it, I'll leave the first link in the description on how to do it, but it really is that simple. Okay, so if you're gonna try and be as impromptu as possible performing this trick, all you have to do is take a quick peek at the bottom of the deck. Now, taking that quick peek, I saw that the bottom card is the Jack of Spades. That's gonna be my marker card. I know that in my head before they select the card. So, I bust out the deck and say, kind sir or beautiful lady, please pick a card. They pick a card, let's say it is the Queen of Clubs. So the spectator has the Queen of Clubs, they're holding it right here on this nice swivel chair. So I know the bottom card is the Jack of Spades. Without their knowledge, while they're memorizing their card, you want to perform a swing cut, replacing the top half of the deck to the bottom. Now you say, sir or ma'am, would you like to return your card to the middle of the deck? So they will take their card and they will drop it right here, and then you'll lose it in the middle. Or so we think, or so they think. We know that their card is now marked by the Jack of Spades. So this is the not clean part that I was talking about, but I've never been called out on it. So they return their card to the middle. You say, all right, your card's lost in the middle. But quick question, do you know what the black jacks do? The Jack Blacks? And they'll be like, no, I don't know what they do. And you're like, oh, let me show you. They actually act as magnets, watch. So if we go through the deck and find the black jacks, I'll show you what they do. Now, obviously, you don't want them to see what you're looking at, because what you're doing is you're looking for that key card, the Jack of Spades, which is right here. Now, since the Jack of Spades is here, we know that her card, or his card, is the Queen of Clubs. But we're looking for the other black jack first. So we're gonna go through and we're gonna look for the Jack of Clubs. We find the Jack of Clubs, we're gonna remove it from the deck and give it to the spectator. We're gonna go through once more and find the other jack. Now, what this is gonna do, this is the only part that requires a little bit of a move. You're going to take your left thumb and put it on their card, the Queen of Clubs. And now, on the other side, you're going to take your right fingers and put it on the jack. So what's happening is you're going to pull opposite ways and put their Queen of Clubs right here while bringing the jack to the top. Gonna replace it like that and drop it down. They didn't see any of that. all it looked like you were doing to them was that you were finding the other blackjack. So you can flip that over and put it on the top. You're going to want to slide it, I would say about 1 centimeter to the right. Now you ask them for the other blackjack, and just for symmetrical and aesthetics purposes, you're going to kind of match it. So you have a centimeter, 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 this nice little sandwich type looking effect. Now you say, sir or ma'am, as you can tell we have the 2 blackjacks, and what I was telling you before is that they actually act as magnets. Now what you're going to do at this point is going to put your thumb on this top card. You're going to put your pointer finger on their card, which is the bottom card, and the rest of your fingers on this back card. Now what this does is when you throw the deck from one hand to the other, this finger is going to hold on to their card and the whole rest of the deck is going to come flying to this hand. But it looks super visual. This might take a little bit of practice to get down, do it confidently in front of someone. You know, throwing a whole deck's kind of dangerous, but I've never really messed it up. It's actually pretty foolproof. So you're holding onto their card and you're just going to go right hand to left hand. And just like that, you have that awesome visual effect of one card getting stuck in between these 2 cards. You show to them that it is their card, the Queen of Clubs. Alright, so now the hard way. In my opinion, not that hard, but if you're not as experienced as a magician, maybe you don't have your card controls down. So in the easy way, all you're doing before the trick starts is peeking the bottom card for the key card. So let's say it's the black 7, then you're going to go with the black 7s as the magnets. If it's the red queens, then you're going to go for the red queens as the magnet. That controls your narrative. But with the hard way, it gives you more freedom to start the trick off by saying, sir or ma'am, what is your favorite card? Let's say they pick Queen of Hearts because they're basic. You say, oh, the Queen of Hearts, you know what? I'm going to go through and find the Queen of Hearts and give it to you. And then we'll take its soulmate card, its matching card, the Queen of Diamonds, and give that to you. Now there's a reason that you pick these cards. They actually will help us find your card, but first you need to pick a card. So at this point, just like any other trick, you're gonna have them pick a card. Let's say they pick the Jack of Clubs. So now they have the Jack of Clubs. Now, at this point, as you can tell from watching the easy way, all you need to do this trick is to take their selection and control it to the bottom of the deck. There are so many different ways you could do this. How I would do it, if I were doing it this way, would just do a little thumb fan, ask them to return their card like this, you know, fake jam it in and close it up. Now I have the break, and instead of pushing down to do a pass, I would just lift up to do a pass and control it to the bottom like that. Now obviously I did that at very slow speed because we're doing a tutorial here, but if you're doing card controls like that, you're going to want to make sure that your control or whatever it is invisible to the spectator's eyes. Now, even when I do my pass, if you watch me do it in our Philadelphia Street Magic video, I'm actually pretty confident that mine's invisible even when my hands are being burned. By being burned, I mean that people are staring at your hands looking for a move. Now, even though I believe my pass is invisible to people burning my hands, whenever I'm performing, I still want them to not look when that move is happening. I want to make eye contact with them. I want to say their name. Anything I can do just to get them to look away from my hands for a quick second so I can do that pass. Let me bring it back down to the bottom. Jack of Clubs here. So their cards at the bottom, they have no idea. At this point, you could shuffle this deck, all that sort of stuff. Just retain it at the bottom. And you say, so you picked your 2 favorite cards earlier, the Queen of Hearts and the Queen of Diamonds. You have their card on the bottom. You're going to take one card and put it on the bottom like that, with it beveled off. Not beveled, but with it slid off to the side about 1 centimeter. Take the other card and put it on top like that. Now from here, you're just going to grip it with your thumb on the top card. On the bottom, you're going to be holding their card with your pointer finger. And the other 3 fingers are going to be holding the bottom card. This way, when you throw from right to left, only one card will remain in this hand. Almost dropped that. And that would be their selection, the Jack of Clubs. So that's just a simpler way to do it. All you need to know is a card control to put their card on the bottom, and it gives you more freedom in your presentation. You know, giving a little more patter, as they might say, telling a little bit more of a story, having more interaction from them. It's how I do the trick, it's how I prefer to do it. But the reason I taught you that first way is because It's a lot less, you don't need to know any moves. It's more accessible, but do it any way you like. I'm sure it'll get a great reaction with the right crowd. And if you're a personable person working on your presentation, I'm sure it will go over great. So there you go, that's the magnets trick. All right, well, I hope you guys enjoyed that trick. I use it a lot to routine lots of tricks together and string them together. I don't think it's a trick that's definitely like the best one in your routine, but it's certainly one that you can flow in performances and stuff like that. Now, like I said, both the easy way and the hard way will get great reactions. It's really all about what you're comfortable with. All right, guys, I'll see you next time.
And I've been trying to dig my way